Good morning. I woke up early this morning to some beautiful sunshine, blue skies, and that's super important because today we are celebrating my very dear friend's wedding, and I'm thrilled that they have a beautiful day to usher in what I truly believe is going to be a long and delightful marriage. These are two great people, so it's also a perfect day to be posting the inaugural Manolos and Barolos blog post, because this is a friend who I've shared many a bottle of wine with, and we have an obsession with shoes. So it's, even though the title is more a play on words about lifestyle and culture, it's absolutely perfect for celebrating this person's day. So yesterday I was at the Metropolitan Museum for the 8th time in a pretty short period of time. Yes, I am a member. You should be a member, too, of your local museum if it's not the Metropolitan Museum. And there's a particular reason for going back so often, and it is an extraordinary exhibit about Alexander McQueen called Savage Beauty. And each time I've gone, I've sort of, it's a huge show. It's very, very crowded, so it's impossible to see the whole show at any one time unless you're really diligent. So I've decided to just sort of focus on one area, one topic, one thought. And because this is something I've been working on for my business, my network marketing business, which is a wealth management company, a wealth growth company, I was truly thinking about what makes someone, something, some company magnetic. And an artist like Alexander McQueen has a lot to teach us, and it's interesting because even in the opening, there's sort of some writing on the wall as you walk in, and the author, not Alexander McQueen, this was probably the curator of the show, says over and over again, his shows elicited an uneasy pleasure that merged wonder and terror, incredulity and revulsion. And later on, Alexander McQueen is quoted as saying, "I oscillate between life and death, happiness and sadness, goodness and evil." You've got to know the rules to break the rules. Oh, I love that one. I've talked before about you have to know your basics. You have to know your tools before you can move past them, before you can push the boundaries. You really have to know your basics. It doesn't matter what the flavor of the week is in marketing. It matters if you understand marketing. He says, "I spent a long time learning how to construct clothes, which is important before you can deconstruct them." I think that can apply to pretty much any area of expertise. One spends a long time learning the tools of marketing before you can use them in different and unusual ways. There was a section of the show that I found to be very interesting because the curation of this show is as it fits an artist of this caliber. I mean, it is so beautifully done. It is so wonderfully depicted. It challenges you. It makes you think. It's grandiose in some ways. It is evocative. It's romantic. It's gothic. It's just, you have to see it. Get there. They've extended the run to August 7th, so get there. But just want to touch on this one particular scene, and it was a collection that he did, and I'm going to get the year wrong, so I'm not going to say the year because it was several years ago. But the collection was called Highland Rape. Now that's provocative. Highland Rape, about clothes. What's interesting, though, is everybody hears the word rape and there's a certain connotation. But the reference is to his own background. Despite living in London, Alexander McQueen is Scottish. And much of the collection actually uses the McQueen tartan. So this was actually about England's rape of Scotland, English culture's use of Scottish culture, in particular, British designers English designers used of Scottish culture. And that's thoughtful. How we subsume culture. How are we protective? Do we open it up? Do we is it honoring a culture to use part of their history, or is it denigrating a culture to use that history in a way that is as he refers to as savage beauty? Most interesting thing to me from a marketer's lens was subtle. As great marketing is often very subtle. Here you are in a room, a part of the exhibit, with tartan plaid, the McQueen tartan, on almost every piece of clothing. And that evokes a certain image, right? But if you opened up your ears, the song that was playing was Let Freedom Ring, a decidedly American song. So what was the curator saying? What was Alexander McQueen saying? Think about that. And think about, from a multi-layered approach to marketing, what that says. Thousands upon thousands. The line to get into the show is 2.5 hours long. If you're not a member, become one before you walk upstairs, because then you can get to the front of the line. Very cool. But I found that to be kind of fascinating. I wonder how many people noticed, actually listened to the song, but that doesn't even matter. The fact that it was playing in the background, a song so familiar, was evoking a certain emotion. So I'm going to leave you to think about that. I'm going to write more on the blog. Some of you like these videos. Some of you like the writing. That's great. I love it. Go back and forth. But I kind of like to do both, and I'll continue to do so. So I'm going to leave you with just saying that send some wonderful vibes out into the world today for my friends Theresa and Joe, and wish them well. And I will see you on Monday. Monday is Action Monday now. So we're going to do some true action points. It is targeted toward marketers. It's probably particularly targeted towards network marketers. That doesn't mean that there isn't something for you to learn or an action for you to take. So I hope that you have an absolutely awesome weekend. I know that I am going to, and I will see you on Monday. Thanks.